usually don't reinvent the wheel, especially going into a series like this. But remember, the series we talked about that's coming up on Saturday, if you're D plus Kia, you're not going to go, well, I think this is what T1 think the read on the meta is. This is their way of punishing Illusion Comp with their own style and showing nothing while doing so.
It really is. Let's hop into the Rift here for game number 1. T1, full information of what's going on here as they did have that ward put down. Their homework 100% done. Beautiful stuff. You love to see it. They're going to continue waiting here just to make sure.
Double Scorch for Taeyun and Moham. First strike on the Lucian, but no Ignite. Some with that level 1 hit.
All right, well, Kamiushi and Carrier doing some battle as they assert their dominance, and this is what we were talking about. He's played it 6 times, and then it was illegal from that point on. Set
up earlier on. Owner's going to, of course, take away his jungle here. Has level 3.
Yeah, and Youngjae does too. Winter's Wrath will connect as Owner going to get the Electrocute proc, and the Sejuani is bullied away from this area. They were setting up for some sort of dive, though, and the main thing is that Youngjae gets down here to protect his bottom lane. But Faker has the inside track, and he's looking to make his way over. Oh, that's a lot of value with that volley as well, as now T1 bearing down on this turret. Faker's going to move in. Ghost already in hand. Arctic Assault is good, as there it is. He bonks their heads together. Can he get the kill, though? Is the question. The answer is yes. Owner's going to lock that one down. It's another kill to go over to T1. They'll lose the elites, but this lane is 100% done. It's over.
This game may be 100% done, Atlas, and if you guys look at the minimap at that moment, you see Bulldog just knows it's doomed. Good luck, guys. I'm pushing mid because there's nothing he can do.
Well, Faker also in a little bit of trouble here, but does have the Haymaker shield. There's the flash that he held for about an eon. Do like that. Allows him to keep playing aggressive as Faker's just going to move towards Bulldog here. Great Cocoon will connect. Facebreaker comes down. Gravity field's good, but Faker is out of the range of the turret. And in the meantime, Bulldog's going to be zoned away from these minions. Death Ray comes in. Faker's just looking to clear this one out.
Well handled.
For a bit of a reset.
Well handled by Bulldog. Has Ghost, can just back out, doesn't need to flash. Knows Faker doesn't have 6 because he spent so much time out of lane. He has the level 6 advantage. Doesn't die there or have to expend his flash.
Ooh, okay, well, he is going to come back down here towards this bottom side. Level 5 for Faker, so doesn't have the showstopper available, but he's going to break a couple of faces, and Taeyun taking so much damage. Youngjae, the first one to go down. Taeyun's dead again, and T1 are just wiping out this bottom lane. There is nothing they can do. Moham! Oh, Moham! He's just dead. Gumiush is going to pick that one up. Another plate comes in.
3 kills at 7. Bulldog is PvE. Like I said, like before, he can't do anything. No. He lost his Ghost. He's zoned out. Faker's not killing minions. He's killing champions.
That's why I was so sad about Moham. There's literally nothing he could do.
Nothing he could do. And I mean, we said it from the draft. This was going to be a rough time, and they are just hard committing to making sure that is the case. Yes. And Zeus is going to get, can he get every play top? I think he can.
I think he possibly can, as the arrow is going to sail into the mid lane.
How's your riposte?
Oh, Jonas Strong, I love it. I love your work, as the riposte doesn't come in! The Ventral Maelstrom, that's not the ability. It's
oh my
Maelstrom,
God!
He's going to pick up the kill. I think Carrier gets it again. Another POG for Carrier. What do you reckon?
I mean, this just cannot be happening. They're only up in the mid lane.
Wow. And you say it's a humiliation, but I think that this is the combination of... Oh, okay, Bulldog. He's in a bit of trouble here. Coon will connect, and he's really dead.
So how long are those plates up in the mid lane for?
Well, we'll see how... I think, how long does it take for Caitlyn to shoot them down?
Demolish as well.
There's a
Herald.
Yeah, I guess it's after 8 minutes. That's true.
I was going to mention your Rageblade Orianna. And
yeah, I am a huge fan. But Zeus is building it now, gets the snap or the stun onto Bulldog. Youngjae's going to move in, Carrier's down as well. As Chaos Storm going to come in. Zeus is flashing after him, the arrow goes wide. And yeah, Zeus is going to get stunned, so I think he's just dead. And there he goes. Carrier not going to offer enough damage, and that is another kill.
He gets some freedom there. We go to late game 5v5 fights. Oh,
Moham's dead.
And that's a flash down too.
Oh, Ace in the Hole comes in. Gravity. Oh.
Okay. You had hope for a second, didn't you?
I did.
You thought for just a moment maybe he wouldn't die.
Yeah. I mean, they did kind of invest everything to try and save him, and it just didn't do anything.
Cannon pushing her out. He's just going to catch the bottom wave. They're just going to start Baron. He's going to TP in for safety.
Yep. Carrier can keep Youngjae out of here for a while. He has Arctic Assault available to get over. Cocoon will connect there as Faker breaks his face, and he just wants to pull Young Jay out. The Baron is going to go. Faker can tank for about 16 years. Zeus might be the sacrificial cannon here for a moment, but he's not. He'll be fine, as Ona almost finds that Cocoon. That was very close to being beautiful.
That was a 3v4 fight too.
Yeah. Bulldog coming over. And I like how he's playing this with you know? He's not getting intimidated.
Gotta be so careful about Zeus here when he has ult, but they know he does not. He doesn't have flash either.
Taeyeon got hit by a volatile Spiderling that did half of his health bar. Owner is pretty strong as well. Arrow's going to connect. The chain CC, just massive, and Bulldog is 100% the target that T1 are going to be looking for. Is now Faker. He smells blood in the water. Showstopper as Moham. Oh, no, poor Moham. Why choose Moham? It's not fair, Wolf.
June is very thankful he was not starting today now, because I don't know, it doesn't matter if it's actually a clone of Keria on the other side. I don't know if the impact can be made to save this game with this draft and the way that T1 has played this so beautifully early. And the forced ghost on the Bulldog, I think, is one of the biggest problems here for Kwangdong, because if he could teleport bottom and help defend that dive, maybe this game looks a little bit different, but he can't. He's running Ghost, and he can't chase Faker either. He'll lose out at the early game exchange there. If he tries to follow the set over, he just dies faster, and then the dive is even stronger.
Ooh, Dudu. On the flank, there's the Glacial Prison. Kerry is real dead. I like that.
Baby steps.
Setting it up, capitalizing on maybe some overextension T1's side. As what was that damage?
A little bit of a greedy move here.
In the meantime, Young Jay's dead. Oh, no, not quite. I take it all back. Arrow piercing the side of the map. Zeus diving forward on top of Bulldog. We've been here before. Zeus throws down a preemptive slicing Maelstrom and stuns up Bulldog as he's making his way out. Faker, he's jogging towards this top side. Bulldog is his target, as we can see. He's hurting the members of Kwangdong Freaks right now as he picks up Dudu. Facebreaker is going to collect Bulldog. Faker doesn't get both of them, which is, I think, what he was going for there. He'll have to settle with just the one kill.
Titanic Hydra, not Ravenous Hydra for Zeus.
Yeah.
Just...
And Lord Dom's complete for which is a bit sad.
Oh,
thought it might be wrong. Right.
He might have had a little bit, like he might have been just a few hundred gold off.
Yeah, might have been that.
He's earned 11.6 thousand this game, though. That's 3,000 ahead of his opponent.
That is. That's quite a large number. This...
We did crest the turret.
He's gone down.
Yeah. You were saying, like, 25 minutes, that's probably when it's going to end. We might be at that point.
Uh-oh. Well, Arrow is going to pick the gap. Don't get any points for that. Alright, Faker's going to move on in. They deal with the last remaining inhibitor turret. Young Jay's real dead. As Dudu, oh my, what the heck? Gumiyushi flies forward with his Gale Force and just eradicates Kwangdong Freaks from the map. This Nexus turret not going to be long for the world. Facebreaker gets flashed, but Bulldog not going to be so lucky. Moham, a couple more autos, and he's going to be dead, but he at least gets to the relative safety of his fountain. T1 are done with this game. This has been utter domination from start to finish, and T1 will put Kwangdong Freaks out of their misery.
T1 made him cry. That's what this draft is. That's what this game was. Like that is what we just commentated, sort of, in this first game.
To the best of our ability, Wolf. To the best of our ability.
Okay, well, that's an official recorded game, as they say. I hope that we have learned our lesson, Kwangdong Freaks. It's time to stop screaming, this one was not a success.
Or just Caitlyn Varus. Okay. Support Varus, support Caitlyn, who cares? One of those things are happening. Considering it for now.
It's a lot of damage poke-wise here.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to commit. So...
now we get to see exactly who's going to be playing what. I assume that it's going to be Guma on Caitlyn and Keria on the Varus.
I think so, because that's what makes the most sense, because it's much easier for Keria to obviously farm Spell Thief's Edge, if that's the support item he's going to choose here. Just in general, his gold item where he gets damage from his poke, much easier to pull that off than Caitlyn, so Caitlyn not going to be able to scale as well off of the support item and having less gold. Varus also has the utility of his ultimate, although they swapped the last second.
Okay, that's interesting. I was wondering how this was going to go.
Keria might be playing AD carry. Have to pick people. It could be a disaster.
It's certainly good. Let's see if it is. We hop under the rift. This is
So Halo Blades coming up here, obviously going to give her some extra power with those trades, and that's what you want if you're playing support Caitlyn, which is not, I mean, don't try this at home, kids, please. But if you are going to play this, that's what you want to get that extra damage through these autos. It's exactly what I'm talking about. And in the
barriered for the trade.
Yeah, and he's still now at 130.
Dudu's dead.
Yeah. Luckily, Dudu doesn't have to flash, but he's still in a really rough spot. His owner's going to come up here and try to set up for something against this early Maokai. Might just hard force the dive.
Well, let's see. There's the flash. Dudu is very, very dead, but can he get something back? The answer's yes, and that's an execution. All right, of course it is. Sure. Okay. Very, very cute. As Gumayusi is just trying to do what he can here. Does have to flash away, though. Carrier also misses the Peacemaker. But you can see the looming Piggy. Owner making his way in. And Winter's Wrath's going to come down. And despite the fact that a few things worked out, I think this still is going to go in the wrong direction. The Permafrost comes in. Owner survives. Carrier also lives. Moham's dead. And the Piggy goes down. But it doesn't matter. Look at all these minions.
Look at all the minions that they are not going to get. It is a repeat here going into this second game of the last one. Just a little bit different circumstances here. It's not the full dive with Faker coming down on set. Just
dead Maokai? Look at all of this gold.
Yeah, the difference in this game is that T1 can do those things if they play like T1.
Yeah.
Guess what? They're T1.
Yeah, and they probably will be T1 as Youngjae has to flash. Permafrost almost stacked up there as Twisted Advance to get on in. Youngjae is going to see what he can do. That's the wrong turret. He's still dead. And that's going to be Zeus picking up that kill. But Bulldog now to come on forward will be able to pick it up. Perfect execution is exactly that. And the young player doing fantastic work already.
Now, this was a bit of an overextension here for T1. And Zeus is just so squishy. You know, at this stage of the game, Dudu has level 6, so gets on top of him there.
Almost all the plates are gone, which is a worry. Nature's Grasp going to come forward as Carrier is going to sacrifice himself for the good of the colony. You love to see it. And that is going to make sure that at least Gumayusi survives.
Giving the kill over to Youngjae here is an interesting choice. You're punching Zeus.
Oh, that's the solo kill! Dudu is going to pick it up. He was already smashing this lane, actually. All right, let's check out the replay one more time. As we were trying to watch this, the turret's going to fall down. That's all of the plates. Yeah. Bottom lane's still a disaster, but this was pretty cool.
Youngjae smashes him towards this Renekton who has ult available, and Zeus is just so squishy.
Yeah, well, Zeus might also be dead again. He is. Taeyun is going to go down as well. He's not the main character of this story. T1 are just going to walk up the bottom lane.
This is just Kwangdong giving up bottom.
Yeah, Faker's going to come on over. The backflip does come forward. Emperor's Divide avoided. Very nice. Ace in the hole comes in, and Bulldog has to flash. Oh my goodness. That arrow did a lot of work.
So this is now a base race in League of Legends?
At 9.5 minutes?
Zeus going to grab plate mid. And top side, we do see... I'm a little bit nervous. But yeah, this is really greedy here for the plate from Zeus. He's just punished by Dudu. Yeah, there's not really much forgiveness for this one. That's just straight up greed. But up here on the follow-up, he's just chain CC'd here. Taeyun tries to go for this and pick up some extra gold. Bit of a mistake here, how that's juggled, and he actually takes way too much damage, and Owner will trade it back. But still, picking up some money on the Zeri. 3 assists now she has.
Yeah, Zeus might be in trouble again as Dudu level up. And Zeus is running the wrong direction. That's his strategy. He can move him back, so I don't think that Zeus is going to die here or anything like that. And Owner is going to turn up as well.
One thing I want to say is that Kwangdong have really just committed to our bot lane doesn't exist where he needs to be to stop this from going down, so this is just going to go down for free, and so much money is being given over.
Well, Taeyun's still going to dive on in. There's the final chapter as Carrier with the barrier is going to come in. Taeyun's dead. The Renekton also died somewhere on the map. Not entirely sure how that one happened. Ace in the hole flying towards Bulldog as Faker, still at full health, was making his way up. I liked the idea from Kwangdong Freaks. It did not work.
They're not too worried about the retreat here as...
Oh dear. Ace in the hole is going to come in, but it's going to be interrupted. Carrier trying to flash out of this one, does not work. Puts down the snap trap. It's actually kind of cute how that one went down as Bulldog looks for the backflip, does not get it, and also Gumushi makes it onto the turret, so he'll be fine. So 0 and 2 for Carrier. A little bit unfortunate on the Caitlyn this time around for the support Caitlyn debut. It will be a Chemtech Soul, so not a great one, not a favorite.
Not amazing, especially not for T1's comp, because they don't want any of these champions to be half health.
Well, Gumushi just going to have to try and get himself out of this one. Try and hope and pray.
There's the money.
And there it is. Taeyun's going to pick that one up.
Finally, he gets his shutdown.
Yeah,
it's been a long time coming.
A lot of money.
Long time coming. The Maokai's up there, very good, punishing the greed once again for T1, but they're still trading up. You know, that's the thing. You get these punishes off not every time, but sometimes. But they're still killing the turrets. They're still stacking up that gold. And when we get to team fights later,
Ace in the hole, going to be blocked by Bulldog. Very nicely done. And Gumiushi's doing a great job of hitting these cues and making sure that he... Okay. Ona just throwing that one willy-nilly. It's absolutely fine. Chains of Corruption gets
bullet hell.
A lot of dashes coming on in there as the Rift Herald going to largely be ignored. Is Ona in a bit of trouble? There is the Crocodile coming forward. Faker trying to get rid of Bulldog, but it doesn't quite work out. Now Bulldog on the run, trying to get out. Faker sets up the Sand Soldier and is going to be able to lock that one down. So mid lane and traded for the jungle as Youngjae could be going down here as well, but the net not going to connect.
Just takes so much damage.
This is crazy. Carrier's just walking at this inhibitor turret alongside Zeus. And he's putting down snap traps. He's just making it really difficult as Taeyun's going to take an ace in the hole. And Gumushi looking for a little bit more. Final chapter comes down. Ona's happy to tank it. And this inhibitor's dead, Wolf!
Yep.
Like, what's happening?
I mean, no, there's no response because they try to make the Maokai rotation happen top. It doesn't work. If Maokai's bottom, you could try to set something up with your ult.
This game feels unfair again. Although it shouldn't be. It shouldn't feel like this.
It really shouldn't, but it does. And this is basically T1 saying, oh, CV Max, you like, you said this season's going to be a scrim. Well, we'll give you a scrim. Although most games that go like this, you cancel the scrim. You just say regame and you go to the next one. No TP wards, nothing, no options here. They have to kind of siege their way through the jungle. There's a Maokai ult.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp to come in. That's a brilliant glacial prison to make sure that the Maokai can't get anything done. But can someone get out of here is the question as Emperor's Divide gets rid of Bulldog and Faker just sweeps him up on his way out. It's a 1-for-1 in the end. Ona might fall down, but honestly, he's done his job. Fantastically well done. Picks the right angle in order to escape as well. And as T1 just look to secure this soul, we'll see whether they do get it. T1 and Zeus and Gumushi chilling here in this mid lane. Nature's Grasp once again as Faker shifts the sands to get out. Ona is going to break up the brambles as Youngjae gets into the backline. Carrier trying to keep himself alive as the Zeri is starting to have a moment, but it stops immediately. Youngjae also going to try and twist and advance his way around this one. Bulldog flashing after getting that shuriken onto Faker. Finally some revenge, but the game, I think, is just done. Dudu and Moham, they are left alive, but these Nexus turrets are not going to be so lucky. Look at a Jace just mow them down.
What a series we witnessed tonight, Atlas.
we definitely witnessed a series. Goodbye, Moham. You will be remembered as Dudu. I don't even think he wants to. Gumushi's there, but he just can't get access. Hail Arrows comes down and Gumushi's dead, and Ona is just going to get out his flail. Let's have a look at the damage numbers here as Zeus doing the most in the end. Very weird that Dudu had such a good time at the beginning of the game, and then things went horribly wrong.
I loved how Faker played this game. He identified there is one problem, it's the Akali. And he just, I mean, Bulldog only did 7.3k damage in this game. It feels like he should have done more because he was so scared. In this meta, in terms of what's standard, the Lux is the one, but as I said, double AD lane. It's a double AD lane. This is not even like cool or funny or special anymore. It's actually
I thought it was funny.
Try to stave off that Victor pressure early because they're going to have bottom side prio is the idea. This top side matchup, we haven't seen really in the LCK. We've seen it in Challengers. We've seen it in other regions, and it's one that...
On the side of DRX, let's see how it goes as we hop on the Rift for game number 1. It's important to dodge these Mantra Qs early. going to allow you to get a lot more lane presence. As well.
Just show up right after the wave.
Or just, you know, miss everything. Beryl is going to get flashed on, as he will have to flash away and barrier and heal, as Moham is not messing around.
Beryl taking a strange path there to avoid that damage, and then finds himself having to flash because he's on the wrong side of the lane. Halo Blades Varus at level 1, no joke. And
Comet Caitlyn too. You just get so much value out of them.
You get money early as Croco unseen.
Yep.
This could be a disaster.
It's not a lot of gank assist from his lane, but maybe he can do it by himself, as he is going to get on top of Taeyun here and then just attack the Moham, as he will go down. First blood, no flash on the Karma, so definitely the right call, as here comes Youngjae. It is a 2v3, and Taeyun's already getting low, so he's even going to eat a chunk here. You can see they were definitely considering going back on that one, as not going well for the Kwangdong Freaks bottom lane so far.
Yeah, not so much. At least he does a ton of damage to them there. Taeyun does with that last volley. He's going to catch this wave. And by we, I mean a society.
We a society.
Yeah, we live in a society, Valdez.
Yeah, there's no flash here, and there's no ghost even. He went ignite. Dudu, I think he's just, I don't know. He doesn't have his needles. There's no way to get out of this. Oh, it's going to be 2v1s. Pretty elementary here. Rascal going to take that one down.
I just want to tell everyone, if you do this, because I know if I tell you not to, some of you will anyways. Hold on.
Yeah, they're just too far up the lane with no wards here, as we do have the Wukong, though, coming in, and maybe Croco just overstayed his welcome. They're not able to take down Moham in time, as the kiting will begin, but...
Don't build Gale Force or whatever the recommended items tells you to build, because it's confused and doesn't know. And also, please buy the support item. This is not just a, oh, cool, I get to play AD carry and get a faster Q. No. Buy the support item, and then buy Umbral.
Oh, angle a little bit off there. Nice try from Rascal. Needles were available. I think there was a chance for Dudu to even win that fight, but either way.
Yeah. Fortunate, but not too impactful in the grand scheme of things. As Beryl takes a huge man from Q.
Oh, Youngjae's in a lot of trouble. Has to Cyclone here, but we got the second part of the ult, and that is enough damage. Fate clean, as Youngjae kind of just ran right into him without vision for both teams.
Yes.
Both teams are desperate for those Drakes. As many of them as possible. Yes, please, they say. As Bulldog might be forced to flash here, there is a lot of damage and a trap. Can he even flash? Okay, he will. And Beryl's just gonna die. Eats a turret shot, and Bulldog's like, yep, that's for me. Thank you very much.
Really overstepping his bounds there. He crossed a line.
How did the trap not get Bulldog? I'm curious.
Yeah, we'll have to watch that again. Looks like he didn't quite step on the hitbox of it completely there.
Maybe... Yeah, I guess. Because it's there on the ground.
Yeah.
You see it on the minimap, it just disappeared.
It's very bizarre. So this is the catch onto Youngjae. Fate's got this set up. If the Warriors Trickster blocks that, then he actually doesn't get this kill, but unfortunately a little bit late on that one, and Fate picks it up. So watch this one more time as Bulldog gets hit.
Getting the zoom in. Oh, the trap! What is that?
Oh, it's just too low.
It was like to the right of him.
Yeah, it was like not even close actually. That second.
Oh, here comes Fate. He's like, I heard you talking about me. Both Fate and Croco really stepped it up. This is really good to see from DRX. They look like a whole new team.
Yeah. They're gonna look for the Rift Herald now. Taeyun rotates over. And I mean, this is matched by Sivir. This is a really tough fight.
Beryl gonna get stunned up. The Sedge ult does come out as Fate is way in the back line. He's looking for Moham, nearly takes him out, but he was kind of alone. And now the Needle's going to be pushed forward in the forest. Taeyun just executes him there.
Do some extra damage there. We're past plates for sure. Definitely not the right call here as Fate finds Moham, decides to delete him. Very nicely played. Even with the root coming through, still gets all the damage off first. And then Beryl takes a ton of damage here. Croco's half health, and Fate wants to get in the back line. But Sivir isn't here. Taeyun shows up, and you know Taeyun is going to be here faster, and they still hard commit to this without the tools necessary to actually win it. Just a really peculiar macro decision here from DRX. They come up empty, give a lot of gold over.
I mean, look at the vision for Kwangdong. It's like they have a blindfold on. Like, they have no idea where they're going. They see Krocko in front of them, and immediately it's like, oh, there's Fate in the back line as Youngjae, again, gonna get super low. This time he will survive, though, as the chains come in. Fate not necessarily gonna go down, though, and they do push the enemy jungler out of this one.
A Bulldog now, unfortunately, all alone. He gets caught by Rascal on the TP.
Yeah, he's gonna be pushed farther by Rascal, and now Dudu's here. And the needles are coming out, so Rascal is just kind of dead meat, although he is still on the run, and he's getting out of here. Everybody just refusing to die in this fight.
As in live, I got scared something was going to happen all in wise bottom side. It's just going to be a turret.
Just Cassante.
It's caught by the TP.
Okay, well, it's Beryl. It's support Caitlyn getting bullied by Youngjae, and Rascal nearly died on the bottom side of the map. So we didn't get to see all the scrap.
Group around Baron right now for Vision. Fate's going to clear this one out. They have a big rotation up with Beryl. Krocko on the edge.
Man, Youngjae has taken so much damage in this game. He is just being bullied. He's trying to get it back into Fate, who is nearly burning down, and Youngjae lives again as the chains come out. And once again, Beryl is going to be just burned down. Duckdom has to flash away as Bulldog's presence already being felt, and he just hit his 10th stack of the Rod of Ages.
This support Caitlyn has not been able to find anything outside of lane. And even the laning phase wasn't perfect. There were definitely some shaky moments there, but
there's something lurking in the shadows, Wolf, and unfortunately Duckdom is going to be the target, as he does not have any way to get out of this. He does not have flash. A fantastic flank comes out from Youngjae playing around the Vision, and Kwangdong are beginning to get this avalanche going.
Can't spell Shield of Wukong. It's not gonna happen. You're trying so desperately to clear Vision as DRX use that Umbral in any way possible around these objectives, but you don't have actually safe defensive vision around your jungle.
Okay, Taeyeon a little bit far up the lane as a little stun goes in, but that's 750 gold onto the Akali.
On either side, the DMC is this mid lane.
Yeah. Absolutely, and well, Kwangdong Freaks just gonna push out the wave. There they go, they find Beryl once again, but he will live, and Rascal also gonna get caught by Youngjae, getting extremely low, and Fate hasn't even gone in yet. He's got that shuriken onto Taeyeon as well, immediately goes into the stopwatch. This could be his time. No, he's just gonna get stunned up immediately, but Duckdom in the back line trying to help out, and Bulldog is going insane mode on that back line. He's just gonna kill one AD carry, zone the other, and now he's the front line essentially as he just kind of sprints at them. That amount of utility is very, very nice.
DRX are losing out to the poke war, so every time they try to group like this, they're eventually losing to the Victor poke.
You have to engage. It's lethality Varus Victor. Otherwise, you're going to sit here and lose. And that's kind of what's going on. They're being zoned away now as Krocko's ult hit the Karma, and nobody followed up.
That's turret.
Yep, it's turret going down here.
Uh-oh, some people are trapped now.
Dudu's got the mist as well, and now Beryl can't get out. Cassante here, Rascal trying to frontline, and Fate is all alone. He's just going to get needled down, as well as an arrow from Taeyeon. And this has fallen apart very quickly for the side of DRX. Kwangdong are kind of bullying them as Bulldog is in the front line once again, and Duckdom this time actually will be able to tear through him a little bit there. Nearly takes down Youngjae.
Really critical they stop the Baron here, and they're going to try to take this mid push through as well, but I don't know how much value you're going to get out of that one. At least that you stop the Baron. And stop these backs, those Krocko.
Let's see if it's enough. Youngjae is getting close, but the zoning you mentioned should be good enough, especially with the traps now that Beryl is here.
No ult for Youngjae until just now.
Actually took them quite a while to get this down, but it looks like they should be able to. Youngjae getting close, but not quite in time to take the potential steal. Very big, consistent damage. He's even going to hit Rascal again. They do have to get into position for this Drake. I mean, these Infernals are big. It's Infernal Soul for Kwangdong as well. It's Fate trying to zone them. Looks like they're just going to give it away. Kwangdong a little bit of hesitation, and now Bulldog's all alone. Can he get out of this one? Doesn't look likely, as he will be left to the dogs. Taken down by Rascal. And now they're still on the chase, and yep, Dudu's alone as well. The needle's not enough. Neither is the snip.
That's not going to save you.
Huh.
We'll buy some time.
Kind of just fell apart. I think this time around, absolutely. Young Jay on the side there. Fate looking for his angle. Bulldog actually taking a big chunk from the Akali. But Fate will not have access to him with that R2. It's just going to R2 to the back of the wave.
Beryl wants one more trap. These are fading away. Resets it there. Closing the door. Young Jay wants to find an angle here.
They're taking a little bit of damage. Rascal is incredibly tanky at this point in the game, as is Kroko. They've got some really nice flank angles, and Kwangdo Freaks just gotta press their buttons and try to get into that back line. Duckdom and Barrow will be zoned for a while as Taeyoon is just... What was that? He just charged Barrel and died immediately. Unfortunately for Kwangdo, that was not handled very well. DRX are going to just slap him down and should be able to take the game now.
Barrel's trap placement, the faster setup here, and those super minions, they staved pressure on Baron, because I think that's the one fight Kwangdong could take because there's multiple entry points, even with the traps there. They bought enough time for the Drake to spawn, then kited back towards it, and the desperation was real for Kwangdong Freaks. They panicked, they dove in with the Wukong, who instantly died, and this is the end of the game.
Dudu?
I think.
I think. Dudu's like a raid boss? Okay, there you go. Gotta wait for Sivir to actually attack her. And down will go the Nexus. 42 minutes. DRX able to get it done.
Has more experience than Bulldog, which sounds crazy, but he does. And Dudu was never a star. Youngjae was never a star and was spent a lot of his career on the bench. These players just didn't handle a lot of the pressure very well. DRX also had their moments, to be fair, but...
Yeah, I mean, can take the other guy, right? Between Akali and Silas, those two somewhat similar in what they do. You have a decent amount of ultimates that you can steal away.
You have a lot of power with this Silas pick if you steal the Sejuani ultimate, and you can obviously gain some power from the Renekton ultimate too if you steal that one away and then go into the team fight with a lot of survivability. And the follow-up range damage from the Varus from the Caitlyn. Wukong there for you too.
We're ready to jump onto the rift for game number 2. Gold. It's going to be interesting though as this game does come along. I think that Kwangdong Freaks might be really relying on Bulldog to do a large majority of the damage in this game.
More utility-based Ashe, obviously, in this style of composition. Can do a lot of damage early in the lane, but it is going to be in the late game. Okay, hold on.
Here we go. Level 6 underneath the turret. Dudu takes one, has to flash away. The Ghost, though, is procced, and you're not really getting away from this Cassante easily. He does not have a slice. He does not have a dice. And instead, Rascal will have a nice dinner.
A little bit of a head tilter there from Dudu on the player cam, and a lot.
Oh, boy. What's going on here? Barrel's going to flash. Actually, it was a huge bait. Even I got baited. Wow. Fate came in. And Kwangdong was like, wait, what the hell? You're the mid laner.
That was absolutely insane. This is really reminiscent of the game of Bulldog where he played against Faker and Faker just wasn't in the lane. And Bulldog's like, well, I'm going to kill minions. This was definitely not communicated, or if it was, the warning was not heeded by the bottom lane here of Kwangdong Freaks. Bulldog is pushing turret. He knows Fate is not there.
He's still here.
Well, this could be part 2.
Oh, there's so much stuff happening. Taeyoon might just die here as the shield comes in. Waited for that one to flash in from Duckdom.
And it looked like a disaster this lane.
If they get the engage. And that if is, you know, it's still an if, but they do have a bunch of ways to get in there, including stealing an arrow. As here is the Sejuani ultimate stolen, forces a flash, and Kroko wasn't done with the play. Fate was like running away. He's like, nope, Kroko's going in. And all of a sudden, DRX are just tearing him apart.
This is starting to be really disastrous here.
Yeah, extremely late, and more plates for the Varus. They're trying to get Bulldog fed, understandably. I mean, this guy, okay, Barrel, yeah, he's just dead. This time it wasn't a bait.
Barrel's just misunderstood, Valdez, you know?
He's just too smart for everything.
Yeah, he's just... His team just doesn't get him.
Renekton might be dead. Dominus possibly going to save him here, but Rascal going for the kill under the turret.
One of those or the Cloud, which could be pretty massive, is Rascal.
No ult for Rascal. He doesn't have an easy way out of this one. Although Youngjae does not have his ult either. The stun comes in, the flash from Dudu, and it is enough to take down the Cassante.
Fortunately, Kroko not there for him when he was up that far in the lane. He's on Wolves right now. So he's just kind of left out alone.
Here we go. Barrel's about to run in that turret. Oh, Fate's here. He's ready. He's got an Ash Arrow. Looks like they're trying to get onto Moham, but a nice little dash, and the Montague not going to be enough anyway, as Barrel actually does tank that up. And Bulldog is getting a free lane, but if this were solo queue, Kwangdong Freaks' bottom lane would have already left the game.
Yeah,
If he does want to join this fight, is Croco going head-to-head with Youngjae, the tankiness being very annoying for him. Croco just going to be 100-0'd. And so now we have Rascal teleporting into this one, but is straight on top of 5 members of Kwangdong, and he can't get away from the Ash. Well, he's trying. Looks like he will eventually.
I think DRX need to let this one go. They don't have any real way to contest.
Yeah. Well, Fate is here. Maybe he could do something. Some low health bars, and Rascal is incredibly tanky.
No way.
A double knockup. He's doing so much damage into that bottom side of the Kwangdong Freaks.
Duckdom is just untouched.
Yeah. Oh man, Fate gonna get flashed away from here.
Out like 20 seconds to go. Now they're gonna look for a dive here on the Bulldog.
Uh-oh. Croco, you're in a little bit of a wonky spot. He just cyclones. He's like, well, I gotta do something, as Youngjae just goes straight into him with 5 members of DRX right there. So he just immediately gets blown up. And again, I mean, I think the damage is just too much. This Barrel is getting pretty close to the sun, trying to set up that trap line.
Look at how quickly they can clear these control wards, though, with his Umbro Glaive.
Yeah. The heal used here, as they're actually, like, trying to push them out of this one, but... And yeah, I mean, DRX, it looks like everybody, not just DRX, both teams are really gearing up for this fight. As the teleport looking at Rascal's so tanky, I mean, they're going on to Cassante. That's not the guy. Has so many stuns and stuff used into him. Bulldog finally gets here, but I'm not sure if he's enough damage again. As I said earlier about this draft, like, he's alone, and now he's gonna get arrowed and 100-0'd. Look at how much damage Fate is doing. This is a total wash, as DRX are just gonna wipe the slate clean, except for Dudu, as he will just awkwardly spin away.
So now,
actually a raid boss.
Bulldog, I'm sorry, man. This turret's not gonna keep you safe.
It's just gonna die. I mean, okay, Youngjae's here, arrow into the face of Croco's clone, as Bulldog is gonna go into the Zhonya's. And he didn't get his Chaos Storm out before that, unfortunately. Doesn't matter, as both of them will go down, looking pretty helpless right now for Kwangdong Freaks. This one a much cleaner game for DRX after Fate apparently just flipped a switch.
Yeah.
Just wriggling around.
Come at me!
Now he's like, you want to focus on me, right? Not the Baron. In goes Dudu, as he will get into the pit, and huge Gore Drinker damage. It doesn't matter. As actually Barrel got the kill onto the Renekton, and now you're not getting away from this guy, as Silas is incredibly sticky. And yeah, they're just going to be chased down. Moham is level 9. Fate is level 16.
Bye.
And then there was more, but we didn't think that was suitable for live audiences.
Well, in live more is happening too.
Okay, Duckdom with a cheeky little stopwatch.
They're mad at Barrel.
I mean, it's working. You know, they're using everything on Barrel, as Rascal and Fate are gigantic in this game. They're just pressing their buttons and smacking them with their wallets now, and their massive amount of levels. And that's all they got. Kwangdong Freaks, they gave it one last shot. They're not going to drag this one out. Looks like DRX as well will just put them out of their misery. That's going to be it. An ace comes through as Fate, you know, why not? Couple more kills. Sure, Buffo for those stats. He definitely needs it, as it feels like we finally got good Fate back, which is, I think, great news for DRX.
Yep. 906, 25 stacks.
10 stacks on Rod of Ages.
Yes! Early on the Shadow Flame.
What a stopwatch.
My man.
What else can you say? As you see that Duckdom's just hitting the Nexus. He's not having any of that. No trolling. DRX, a relatively clean 2-0.
Okay, we're going to play it a little bit better this time. We're going to utilize this pick much stronger. And had they tried to play Akali, I think they might have lost this game, because we were like, okay, is it Akali or is it Silas? Because the Akali can't just walk bottom side and get that stun and win the game. But Fate on Silas, yeah, he could. And he did, and he should pick up POG.